Hello and welcome to an episode of Historically Mart. I am Jason in rural Kentucky, just not too far from the Ohio River. I'm probably about a few miles north of Smithland, Kentucky. And now I'm going to visit a place where Thomas Jefferson's sister is buried. So come with me. And yes, Thomas Jefferson, yep, the third president of the United States of America. Let's see more. There's a historical marker here, and this could possibly be her grave site, so let's check it out. Okay, Rocky Hill, 1 mile north, home of Lucy Jefferson Lewis, youngest sister of Thomas Jefferson, author of Declaration of Independence and third president of the United States. She was born in 1752 in Albemarle County, I hope I'm saying that right, in Virginia. Came to Kentucky in 1808 with her husband, Dr. Charles L. Lewis, who served in Revolution, and their 6 children. Mrs. Lewis died in 1811 and was buried near her home. Okay. Lucy was not the youngest, but the younger sister. She was 9 years Thomas's junior. The youngest of the 10 children were twins Randolph and Anna. They were all born into an elite planter family and were likely educated by their mother at home. Their father died when Lucy was 4 years old. Alright, so overlooking the Ohio River, 200 feet, is a mountain which can be seen in the distance 1½ miles north, on which is the grave of Mrs. Lewis. A simple stone marker identifies the spot, which can be reached by following the Birdsville Road to a point indicated by a signboard where a branch road leads to the right and winds its way to the mountaintop. Okay. And then here is just a marking, erected by Lucy Jefferson Lewis Chapter, Children of American Revolution in Paducah, Kentucky, 1924. And now for a little backstory. When Lucy was 16, she married her first cousin, Charles Lewis, in 1769. He was a second cousin of Meriwether Lewis, who would later be part of the Lewis and Clark expedition. They had 8 children, however at least 2 were slaves. The Lewis family at the time was prominent, yet doomed, as their reputation was tarnished after Lucy passed away, a story too long to tell. It is suggested that Thomas Jefferson distanced himself from Lucy after her marriage to Charles, because he had not liked the family, especially Charles' sister Elizabeth Henderson. But Thomas did name 2 of his daughters after Lucy. The first one died while an infant in 1781. The second, Lucy, died from whooping cough at the age of 2 in 1784. So what was Rocky Hill? Rocky Hill was not a town in any form, but a plantation that was started by Lucy and her husband. The estate is now in ruins, and Lucy's gravesite had been lost. There was an old stone laid out that has since faded, as well as a few others buried near her. At least 2 of their children were also buried at Rocky Hill. In 1927, the Daughters of the American Revolution took down the rock markers and erected a monument nearby, but her exact burial site remains a mystery. One other thing to keep in mind is, during Lucy's lifetime, the Jackson Purchase of western Kentucky did not happen yet. Kentucky, which became a state in 1792, looked like this. But in 1818, this part of present-day Kentucky was purchased from the Chickasaw Nation. The eastern boundary was the Tennessee River, in which Lucy's family lived not too far from. So overall, Lucy Jefferson Lewis is not known for any heroic deeds or any special talents. But she does represent the typical pioneer woman who gave up their comfortable life to make a home in the West, even if it was western Kentucky. And she happened to have a very famous brother. Here are some memorial markers. This one is in memory of Carney F. Hopkins, 1928 to 1984, Livingston County Deputy Sheriff. Was killed in the line of duty on September 10th, 1984. Thank you for your bravery. And then a Revolutionary War soldier, John Montgomery. Alright, I know this was a short and sweet episode, but I thought I'd come show you this obscure marker in rural Kentucky. Alright, I'm Jason, signing off.